I am the daughter of very hardworking Latino immigrants who immigrated to this country in the 80s. My dad worked in the fields in California. My parents were very clear in what their expectations for me and my siblings were and how much we could dream because we were living in this country.
Both my parents are immigrants from Vietnam. They understand the importance of education. They believe very firmly that if you do well academically in school, that it can lead to a better life.
I grew up in a household with a single mother who single-handedly raised me and two other brothers. And so raising us was a challenge. One of my memories from there was Christmas. We couldn't afford a Christmas tree, so we went outside and cut a branch off the tree and decorated it. Couldn't afford to live in the spot that we're living because my dad left us. So we got evicted from it.
When I think about the 2003 version of myself, I remember having braids, being kind of shy, and also growing in my confidence at the same time, developing my voice in the classroom.
I remember the intensity of the work we had to do. My brother was in the program as well, so me and him were doing it together. I remember sitting at the table, staying up extremely late every night doing homework. My mom was there to help us out. She wouldn't let us go to sleep unless we did a good job, so sometimes she'd wake up, read our work, and be like, you need to go back in there and finish that work and do it properly.
The 14-month academic program is probably the hardest I've ever worked in my life. I don't think it really struck us as a cohort the sort of impact that Rainier Scholars would have on our lives.
Rainier Scholars has been the bridge between my reality as the daughter of working class Latino immigrants and all of the dreams that I had for myself. And so Rainier Scholars was a culture and an environment that made me feel welcome, made me feel safe, and also empowered me to develop my full potential so that I could, have the perseverance, the integrity, the courage, the excellence to make it through the different phases of my life, from 5th grade to transitioning to a private school at Explorer West, to Lakeside, then leaving, being the first of my family to leave out of state for college to Scripps College in Southern California.
Through Rainier Scholars, I was able to place into the APP program, which took me to Washington Middle School and Garfield High School. After Garfield, I attended the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years, graduated in 2014.
The most meaningful lessons that I learned probably been to be self-motivated and also to apply myself. So today, I go to American University in Washington, D.C., and I'm studying justice, law, and society. I'm also doing an internship at Impact Strategies, which is a political advocacy and consulting firm. I have big dreams, and every opportunity that I get, I take advantage of it.
Through Rainier Scholars, I was able to land an internship at Cascadia Capital. Now it's my full-time job. I work as an investment banking analyst, focused in a market where we're working with, family-owned businesses. It's really helping them kind of go through a transaction to sell their business. From their perspective, it is probably one of the biggest moments of their lives. People who build up these businesses from scratch, who have been in it for a long time, have dedicated so much time into it, are exiting, and it's a very, I think, emotional process, in a sense. That's one of the aspects that I love most about working here.
Through college, I became more aware of what my strengths and my skill sets are, and decided that I could do more impact in direct services. I am the Student and Community Relations Manager at Rainier Prep, which is one of the first charter schools in Washington State. And I think the reason why I have landed in this work is because I understand firsthand the kind of impact and ripple effect that long-term relationships and a community of support have on the lives of young people who have big dreams and big hopes and the willingness to persevere and work hard, but need that extra guidance, that light along the road to tell them, to guide them through their choices. It's really exciting to dream with my students about what their futures might be like and to help them get to that point.
I'm actually finishing my final semester at American University. In a certain sense, I want to use my experiences to help other people understand themselves. Because I want to be able to touch different people, regardless of race, regardless of sexuality, regardless of gender. I want to be able to touch people on a universal perspective. I want to leave the world a better place.
I think career and purpose go hand in hand. There are a lot of really cool skills and ways of thinking that I've learned at work. I think that I've been able to share with my friends, family, and community. The Rainier Scholars alumni group is something that I think is so important. I'm working with a few of our graduates to really build up our Rainier Scholars alumni club, setting a precedent for future graduation classes to come. I hope that for cohorts like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, every student, every scholar who starts the program is able to finish it. That we're taking in all the kids that we can and really giving everybody that opportunity because it's a really big one.
I decided to apply to the Evans School of Public Policy and Governance at the University of Washington, and I was recently admitted. And it's super exciting because I will be the first in my family to have a master's degree in a couple of years. When I graduate, I hope to be leading a life of public service at the local level. That could be through nonprofits, that could be through the local city government or county government, or through the educational system. Whatever the case might be, to be able to affect change on the issues that I care about for my community. When I was in 5th grade, I remember reading The House on Mango Street. And now that I'm an alumni, looking back through the pages of the book, I had no idea how true some of the phrases and passages of the book would feel to me. And so here's one of those passages. One day, I will pack my bags of books and paper. One day I will say goodbye to Mango. I'm too strong for her to keep me here forever. One day I will go away. Friends and neighbors will say, what happened to that Esperanza? Where did she go with all those books and paper? Why did she march so far away? They will not know I have gone away to come back.